Hello, Virgo. You're going to have some career luck coming up in the month of May, particularly in the second half of the month. We have a couple of moons that are going to rock your world in a good way, and financial matters look like they're on the upswing. So let's get going through how this month looks for you in a week by week way and also a broad overview. Before we talk about this month ahead in the next half hour together, I am Lori Lothian. Welcome to my channel. And if you're one of my regulars, welcome back. New here, try me out, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. This is Western Tropical Zodiac Astrology. Did I say my name? Yes, I am Lori Lothian. One of the things I want you to know, if you're interested in getting my 2025 All Signs Bundle, 12 two-hour videos, one for each sign forecasting your year of 2025, plus an individual PDF guidebook, separate content for every sign that I wrote. That content is now half price during April the 19th through to May the 30th. And so get a hold of that half price sale for $33 instead of $66. Information in my description box under the video, and I'll try to pin it to the comments. And also, don't forget, if you want to join Sky Reader, be your own astrologer, time your best life. I cannot wait to teach summer school. I'm teaching in the summer instead of the fall this year. It's going to be during June and July. It is 6 weeks live with me, and it is an amazing intro course to astrology to get you through the basic of understanding the chart and then timing tools you can use from that introduction to astrology. We use ancient timing tools, not modern for the most part. Come join me on that class. Information about the course and the early bird sign up wait list so that you get a discount code from me to sign up early before the general public when doors open sometime in May is in the description box below. Whew. Now let's get rolling. I am working on the road. I'm traveling. So, thus I am in a kind of not my home kind of environment. Bear with me as I produce content on the go without the proper lighting. Number one, I want to talk about the general gist of the sky. I'm just going to chat with you about it. And then we're going to go into a week by week, and I'll show you the chart. The first thing I want you to know, because you are this Virgo being, is that Mercury is the Lord of your sign, and he's busy as all F. The guy's moving like a hot potato. He's in speedy mode because he's gotten out of retrograde and he's gathering his momentum. And as we begin the month of May, the Lord of your sign, Mercury, is moving through the sign of Aries, your eighth house of chunky money. He got there April 16th and leaves May the 10th. So you've got that first 9 days of May in which you could have some interesting developments around taxes. Yes, taxes, things to do with your chunks of money with a shared resource partner like a spouse, maybe things to do with investment monies. And Mercury is the guys with the information news and the abacus of accounting. So it just may be a singular focus on all of those things that I was talking about. April 16th, it is tax season through to May the 9th. I do enjoy this because he's in a lucky sextile to Jupiter. And I bet you some of you are going to get a nice tax rebate or some positive developments on chunky money that surprise and delight you. And so it's a good vibe for your finances. And if there's any secrets that need to be spilled or told to you or by you, then they'll get some spilling April 16th to May the 9th. End of story. What about May 10th? May 10th, Mercury moves into your ninth house. This is good for foreign travel. He'll be there till the 25th of May. This is good for court and legal decisions. This is good for things to do with publications, including book publishing and book publishing deals. Sometimes it's as simple as a lot of conversation going on with ninth house people, your pastor, your preacher, your synagogue rabbi or something, your imam. But you might also have lots of conversations here with spiritual guides, teachers, mentors, even therapists. So there's a lot of convo going on with those types of people. It's really good for applying to university or college or getting those acceptances or doing the best essay you've ever done in a higher academic setting. You can rely on Mercury to get you the good results here. And if you want to get a visa for international travel, or you do want to travel because he's a protector of travelers to far off shores, then May the 10th to the 25th, you're golden on this one. You have good things happening that really help you achieve success there. Now, there's a bit of a glitch when he squares Mars later in the month, and we're going to break that down on the week to watch out for that problem. But for the most part, everything I said is true. We will be also talking about May 26th, because then he moves into your 10th house. And this is your career luck time, May 26th through to June the 10th. We have Jupiter up there and we have Mercury, particularly May 26th to June the 9th, when Jupiter's still up there in the 10th house with Jupiter. Now, Mercury's the announcer and Jupiter is things like, let me announce something to the world. That's very important. I'm getting married. I'm getting engaged. I'm whatever, announcements about your social standing. However, he's really good for interviews and getting jobs and getting callbacks. And Jupiter says luck. So if you are a Virgo wanting to apply for a job or change a job, as Mercury is moving, by the way, through your 10th house, he's going to be trining Pluto. No better aspect to get the dream job with the wealth that goes with it, or to get the up-leveled raise promotion that you want and negotiate for that. And again, May the 26th to June 10th is really a positive time for those things to take place in good ways for you. And some of it may even be backroom deals and negotiations where people in the employment space and you and all of that are making these kinds of conversations happy. And it could end up looking like you're doing a kind of, what do you call it? Not covert, but you're talking behind the scenes to the boss or human resources. And it's not like there's a job opening, you're asking for change, that kind of stuff. Now, if you're self-employed, you just mean you're very lucky in your career at this time. Yes, again, May 26th to June the 10th. Let's go ahead and talk about what happens when Venus, the goddess of the beautiful, the lovely, the good, the kind, and peaceful energies of the sky, but love and money, moves May the 1st through to June the 5th through Aries. And Aries is your chunky money house. Don't forget, you've got Mercury there as well through to the 9th of May. So you kind of have May the 1st to the 9th, a nice combo of Mercury and Venus. And this is a really good time for that tax rebate, selling a stock, investing in something, maybe even purchasing a home, and having fortunate events occur as a result of that. And Venus coming into that chart, Aries sky, being there May 1st to June the 5th, but co-present with Mercury, that's a hot spot for you. I really would say in the first 9 days of May, this is a perfect time to sign dotted line contracts regarding homeland, property, real estate, or packages for severance or sign-on bonuses connected to work. Those are going to be golden ticket times for you. If you have any inheritance monies or any spousal separation monies and you're working through, the stories of the, prenups and stuff, these are good sign on the dotted line times too. Anything around those kinds of legal matters are really good for your attention and success at that time. Now, Venus in general is going to bring positive directional shifts to your finances when she's in the 8th house. Even if she's in detriment, she's still Venus, and she is talking to Jupiter in a nice flowing way. And I don't think there's anything you can possibly go wrong in here. In a general principle, it looks like financial success can be had in fortunate and lucky ways during her transit from May the 1st to June the 5th through your 8th house. And as we move closer to the first week of June, you get even luckier as she comes into a sextile to Jupiter. So if you're going to apply for a new job or get a new job, it's about severance packages. If you want to get changes in homeland and real estate through buying and selling and mortgages, or even in this chart, rentals, you're really blessed, like literally the very end of May and the first week of June. Now, Mars, war, decisions, action, and separation, moving through Leo. He's been there since April 18th, all of May, and then through to June 17th. So May, we have a firmly established Mars transit through your 12th house. 12th house of backroom deals, negotiations, foreign land travel, and distant lands, shores of adventures, matters to do with self-sabotage, self-undoing, and addictions, hospitals as well. There will be some tension in the sky during the month of May when Mars is going to bump into some conflicts. We'll get to that later, but I would invite you to think about this as a really super powered energy about powering up the ability to cut, end, and sever any addiction or any self-undoing pattern or habit. I mean, we all have a different relationship to life's pleasures, but when Mars is here, he's a bit of a brutalist. He's going to say, that weed, that vape, I don't know, whatever you do, that wine, whatever you do, it's just not going to be worth it. And he's got such strength here. He's got such power because he's in a very intensified energy we haven't seen since 1978. And he was trying to help you quit those addictions, let's say, or you were thinking about it maybe in November, December, but you pulled back and you had to rethink. Now you're ready to go because you want your long-range goals, dreams, and visions and success to be contingent on health. And this is where you're going to be focused on it in a way that you have the superpowered will in order for you to make decisions that clear you of those addictions. Otherwise, watch out for some hidden enemies. In the workplace, people may not have your back. Someone might be out to get you. And so just be cautious there as well during the month of May for seeming friends who aren't friends, particularly when it comes to workplace matters. Next, Jupiter is going to be moving through the 21 to 27 degrees of your 10th house of career and reputation. As you know, this is a lucky transit. Started a year ago at the end of May. I mean, my daughter's a Virgo rising. She got an incredibly great job. However, bit off a little more than she could chew, as Jupiter can do in Gemini. What has happened for you in career and reputation matters, independent of the retrograde in the fall from October to February, where things may have felt sloggy. He's not here to cause harm. He gives you what you need, not what you want. He's wise. He's a wise Santa Claus, a wise fairy godfather. So you've got luck on your side till June the 9th regarding career matters. That can be like getting an award, that could be being promoted, that can be getting a raise, that can be getting a new job. All of those are good for you. And you'll lose the steam on that June the 9th. So grab it while it's here. And certainly, some of you, if you know your astrology degrees, sun, moon, or rising 21 to 27 degrees in Virgo, you get the most of the luck. FYI, your sun is your purpose and career. Your moon is your home and home-based matters. Your rising sign is everything about you in your life and is often circumstantially most accurate. But nonetheless, those sun, moon, and risings at 21 to 27 of Virgo get a huge amount of Jupiter support as Jupiter is moving in between those degrees in the 10th house. So keep that particular detail in mind. What about Lord Saturn? Lord Saturn is the Lord of what constricts, restricts, but gives solid and tangible outcomes. He's the guy who makes the unreal real. He happens to be moving through your 7th house still until May 25th. This is your marriage house. This is the Pisces guy. You've been dealing with his good housekeeping seal of marriage and business partnership approvals ever since back in the day. He entered this part of your sky in March of 2023. He finally leaves in the spring of 26 for good. But this year, he's doing a test run of moving into Aries, your 8th house. Let's go through that a little bit more deeply. It looks to me like you're going to notice a tonal shift May 25th as he leaves the testing 1-2 of your marriage and relationship partners and business partners, etc. And now that you're hopefully stabilized over there, he's moving into the 8th house, and this is an inheritance house, and it's a stabilization of long-term chunky money or deep knowledge and wisdom you wish to find connected to occult mysteries and wisdom, learning the tarot, learning astrology from a sage-like master. But if Saturn goes here, an elder may pass when in the 3 years he's going to be here. But because he's testing the waters, May 25th to September the 1st in your chunky money inheritance house, where there's a chironic wound, look to where the sun lives in your chart, because the sun is the ruler of that house. In what way possibly may Saturn's transit through the 8th house of inheritances interact with your natal sun? Maybe not at all. But it could be a clue for you about how this works. So, I'm talking, say, a Virgo rising, but your sun is in Libra. It's going to be opposing your sun. It could very well look like a fatherly inheritance or something. But long story short, we're looking at Saturn meaning elder. We're not talking about a young person. So money from an elder, chunky money from an elder, etc., etc., etc. Now we're going to go ahead and break it down into a week-by-week astrology. I want you to remember this is not your chart. This is general bell curve astrology. This is the best we can do by giving you overview prescriptions and advice using astrology this way. But if you really want to know your chart more deeply, find someone with whom you could have a reading. I'm pretty well not taking new clients at this point, but other astrologers are out there, and I encourage you to investigate your chart at a very personal level as well. Let's go ahead and look at the sky for you and talk about the steps I want to talk about in today's video. This is being recorded for my Patreon community, who gets this early access ad-free on April the 17th. If you like the idea of getting all of my YouTube content up to up to 24 to 30 videos a month before the general public without the ads, come join me for $5 a month. Plus you get Zoom meetings with me as well. Depends on your tier, 1 to 3 meetings every month. Group meetings, obviously. Now, April 30th, 2025. This is moving into the month of May. Let's get us ahead by a day. In the first week of May, one of the highlights is Venus and Neptune combining forces in your 8th house. Dreamy, spiritual, tantric, emotional intimacy outcomes. leaning into a divine and spiritual impulse when it comes to love and romance, etc. Or this combination could help you have a dream or a vision or even communicate with the dead, but have a spiritual environment going on because this is a moksha house, or a dreamy positive outcome connected to shared resources with a significant other. Just watch out a bit. Neptune can bring foggy confusion and Venus is out of detriment. So be careful that it's not too good to be true. Mercury, the Lord of your sign, is there watching out for you. So maybe it isn't so bad after all. Sorry, I just need to pause. I'm coming right back. Sorry about that, guys. These videos are turning out to be long because I'm talking slow because I'm on vacation. Now, one of the things I would say about the next big bit of sky, and pay close attention because your Lord Mercury is very involved. Mercury's news and Jupiter is good or lucky, and they're coming into a nice contact here. And you're going to start to feel it around, I'd say clearly beginning to build up around May the 3rd and becoming pretty exact around May the 5th, and then waning in the 2 days that follow. May 3rd to the 7th. What is this for? Well, it's usually information news, and it can be simple as a tax rebate from your work, or a sign-on bonus, or a commission check, or good news you're going to be promoted. But good news financially connected to work is the main meaning of this energy. And if you're looking for a job, well, the good news would be you got the job. So whatever this is, it looks like a financial glow up connected to the work situation. Again, May the 3rd to the 7th, and pretty exact on May the 5th. When I look at Venus at the same time in a sextile to Pluto, we have a bit of a friendly wealth yoga going on. These two are trying to conjure more money for you, and it comes to career matters. Well, who doesn't want more money when it comes to career matters? And that's what I think you're going to get from this. Again, what is that? Is it a raise? Is it promotion? Only the shadow knows, but something good is showing up in the financial part of the chart. And it looks like you might be getting richer because of this, but it is connected to the area of the chart we would call work and career, or the Artha 6th and 10th house, with the money being in the 8th. Looks positive to me. I think you're going to like it. Now, as we move forward, we come into the oasis of quietude. That's about the 8th to the 16th of May. There's not a lot happening. It is a calm and peaceful, quiet sky that doesn't grab you. So take it as a time to really sit with yourself. What do you want in life? Who are you going to become? What do you want to be? What is your mission here? Take some time to go inward, especially around May 7th, 8th, when you have the moon crossing the south node in your sign. This is a really good time to even tune into your soul and past lives and deeper meaning of your life. And that sky is favoring you at this time if you want to be quiet within and come to deep insights. When we do my weekly videos, I will talk about the mystic rectangle in that time, but we're not going to cover that here. It's just too much content. There is one thing happening in between that quiet sky of May the 8th and the 16th, and that is a moon at 22 degrees Scorpio on the 12th of May. And let's put that moon into our sky. On May the 12th, a full moon at 22 degrees of Scorpio, co-joined with Juno, the goddess of contractual agreements and vows and commitments. Opposite the Sun and Uranus, with a bit of shock and awe or surprise, with Mercury news. Now, there's a lot of what happens with Sun here that can be directly related to father figures in your life. Surprising news regarding a father figure in your life wouldn't be outside the box, but also Mercury square Pluto. It could be about their health, Mars in the 12th, their health of a father figure. Shocking news. But because a full moon is reflecting that in the 3rd house with Juno, there may be also other stories, contractual agreements that are coming into fulfillment or conclusions. If you are somebody who rents a property, that would be a contractual agreement fulfilling in the 6 months that follows regarding rental property. That doesn't surprise me for my daughter, whose rental agreement will come to a close 6 months from this moon. So there's a fulfillment there, but it's connected to a new beginning and an ending energy. So go back to what were you doing in like October, November? Well, my daughter got a new lease. I'm giving you the examples. And now she fulfills that lease, 12 months later. This is a halfway point of another story. Changing your neighborhood. This is like a new agreement, a new contract regarding home and property and real estate and neighborhood. That's one other code for this guy. And with the moon here being full, a big light, she's a ruler of your 11th house of good spirit. And the moon is going to always try to pull from that house, which is to say, what is it that you can feel like a windfalls or pennies from heaven or good financial gains or even good gains from your career are suddenly lit up as well. But of course, with the sun here, also gains from father figures. Great Grandpa Joe, not doing well in the hospital, wants to give you money. Who knows? These kinds of stories. You may have a new light on a relationship with a childhood friend, somebody you met in kindergarten or high school, a new light and revelation regarding aunts or uncles or cousins or a sibling relationship, especially a younger sibling. The full moon may make you pay attention to what agreements you've made with these people, what vows you've made. Do you want to keep them or do you want to break them? It's all good. You can do either. But Juno is squaring Pluto, which is to terminate, end, or break something. It doesn't have to be an exact square. It's archetypally a square. And finally, the moon supports long-term gains in your long-term love stories. You may change your location by moving into a new place with your long-term committed love partner, and you might change your homes, maybe even to a foreign country off of this. But there's a kind of maybe we're going to move in together, we're going to change our home together, but it stabilizes a long-term committed love by a change of neighborhood or change of home, not just on the moon on May 12th. Because you might see evidence of that in the 2 weeks that follow, but over the 6 months that follows this full moon in Scorpio, ruled by a Mars in the 12th house, squaring it. So there's a lot of backroom deals and negotiations that might occur around any move of home. Now, as we move into the 17th, 18th of May, we're going to come into a part of the sky. It's so darn busy. So if you don't mind bearing with me, I'll take a pen for some notes. I don't want to overwhelm you. But around the 17th, the sun will conjoin Uranus, and that's going to be a surprise. You get it every year since 2018, right? So you're not unfamiliar with Sun Uranus storylines, but this time around, it's on that well star Algol, but also calamitous decapitations and someone losing their head. With this being a father figure house in Vedic astrology and Uranus there in use, I'm sorry to say for some of you, if you have an ailing, aging grandparent or parent who happens to be not doing well with their health, there may be some calamitous news coming on to this May 17th, 18th, 19th timeframe. That's, hospitals. Mars is in the house of hospitals, ruling that sun. So there's a chance for those of you with the ailing male elderlies, this could be a bit of a bracing part of the sky. It's not easier. It's more challenging. Again, we're talking about May the 17th, 18th, and then later on May the 24th, Mercury will also conjoin Uranus. So, stage 1 and stage 2. Oh my God, Great Uncle Joe's in the hospital. And then stage 2, oh my God, Great Uncle Joe has passed away. I mean, there's going to be some dot to connect between the 17th and the 24th of May, perhaps. There's good things in the 9th house. It's a house, Lakshmi, luck, prosperity. You may have a surprisingly good piece of news that you are going to be accepted into your favorite university at a far off distant shore, or that you're going to win the court case. But it doesn't always have to be good or bad. It's just surprising energy. And news comes when you see Mercury up there. Pay attention to the news cycle of your phone calls, texts, and emails at this time. Now, Mercury squaring Mars, right? You can see that. It's just literally hard conversations and difficult information or news. Because Mars is in the house of hospitals or foreign land travel or distant shores, some of it may be about that. And it could just be nothing more than you want to take that trip and the airline is canceling all flights because their planes are broken. But because this is very much could be that kind of big travel disruption that you didn't expect coming, and feels very destabilizing. And again, that is, if you're traveling May 16th to the 19th, you can watch for that, especially if the travel is to a distant shore or foreign land. The sun and Saturn are having a friendly conversation around May 19th to the 21st. The sun and Saturn are agreeing on something, and it looks like they want you to agree, or they're agreeing about committed long-term love and churches, synagogues, and temples. I mean, I don't know. This could be very much with Mercury in tow, a surprise wedding announcement, a surprise marriage proposal, but also very interesting agreements that Committed love and business partnerships involving legal court matters or long distance foreign shore travel are on the menu. Your spouse could have some announcements, not you. Your long-term committed partner might be saying, hey, honey, you won't believe it. I got a job offer in another country. These are possibilities here, and I wouldn't discount any of those stories at this time. So this is a positive energy. It should be welcome. And the North Node Saturn are saying this should feel relatively good to you. And you might be very agreeable with what's going on. And otherwise, a book publishing contract deal could be formed off of this as well. And legal matters favoring you in legal disputes coming through the court system favorably. And again, I said the 19th to the 21st. The Sun and Neptune are then having a very friendly conversation because the Sun crosses over to your 10th house. Now, this is always happening every year for you. You get the Sun up here for a month every year, around the same time, always the same time, third week of May, third week of June, and you can escalate to greater advancements in career. Proactively using this means this is a time of year where you can look for a new job, ask for a raise, get a promotion. You can use this energy effectively. Bosses can favor you in this energy. Jupiter says luck. And so you use this kind of third week of May to June to look for those career wins, whether, again, it's a raise, a promotion, advancement, new jobs, new money in the jobs as well. All of that good stuff is here for you. And so that's happening, but the sextile to Neptune is positive. And that just means maybe a very positive dream outcome that you really want to see in your finances connected to the work environment, like a dream come true, job or financial arrangement in work and career. If you're self-employed, it's the same thing. You're just loving what's the bounty and the luck that's happening as you look like a bright light at the top of the sky in the career setting. Venus is trining Mars for a long time, May 19th to the 24th. May 19th to the 24th brings a fire trine. Venus is the goddess of money in this house, flowing to Mars in the backroom deals and negotiations. Now, money from someone in a hospital is still not outside the box here, but also you might be pursuing financial advantages through royalty income, long distance money from foreign people and foreign shores, foreign companies, digital income and borderless revenue, PayPal, Stripe, all of those sorts of things are featured here. Now, if that doesn't work for your life and you're not into any of that stuff, land, property, real estate purchases and sales are on the menu and look successful during the entire window of around the 19th to the 24th of the month. And if you want to look to buy a property, then you're going to find it very advantageous, good mortgage rates, the offer is accepted, the competition is low. So I would say yes, to go for that at this time. And it includes selling a property as well. Now, when I look at the energy coming a little further down the pipeline of Pluto and Mercury, we're going to talk about that. Mercury and Pluto and the Sun. So Mercury will follow through from what happened on the 17th and 18th, right? When Mercury will be on this conjunction to Uranus. You're going to feel it on the 23rd, 24th, and 25th of May. Whatever happens on the 17th, 18th is now a surprise news, like more surprise. The Sun is more like this is where the surprise is germinated, and this is where the big news comes in. So again, if you have a ailing father figure, this is probably not so fantastic, but it can also be really interesting and exciting news around visas, passports, higher education, book publishing deals, those sorts of travel opportunities, etc. Pluto is at 3 degrees trining the Sun. Wow. And we get a kind of a real mini grand trine glow up here with Saturn. I think I could say something along the lines of dream job developments with financial positivity for you. Again, if you're already employed and you're not changing your job, then you just strike a little like the best moment possible. The thing really just comes together. The project, the job, the performance review, the raise, the promotion, all of that looks so good on you. Yes, you're feeling that around May the 25th. And if you want to keep looking forward at how it feels when the sky moves forward, this is still happening, right? This triangle is still happening on the 26th. And now Mercury is going to add his 2 cents, which is contracts, negotiations, signing on dotted lines around career, prosperity, power, and success. So when I look at this other energy I want to talk about is Mercury around the same time. He's going to get ready to get mixed up in a lunation on May 26th, where the moon will be full, and you can see the moon is moving towards the sun around 6 degrees of Gemini. And so it's going to get there. Depends on your time zone, but we're going to have a moon conjunction to the sun on the 26th, 27th of May. Well, that is happening at 6 degrees of the sign of Gemini. Mercury is information and news, and Jupiter is luck in job, career, and reputation. It can be anything from an announcement, because Jupiter rules your marriage house, that you're getting married, or a proposal, or wedding dates are set, or a wedding, all the way to, wow, I can't believe my luck. I just got this great, powerful, new, rich, I'm more rich and more authority, more power in my job career. It could even be winning an award, like the best something of the month, employee of the month, plus here's your bonus pay. So this is being rewarded in the workspace, or getting a better opportunity in a new workspace coming through from a new moon on May 26th, 7th. The new moon plants a seed that shows you some of the fruit in the first 2 weeks, but it also can take up to 6 months to fully flourish. But that's a new direction for you, new beginnings in career, work, and reputation. And this is all the support here from Lord Saturn to say changes now could be in your life that like a minimum of 7 years later. It brings financial positivity up to 7 years into the future because of the Saturn formation of support in a trine to this lunation. So it's not just a new job. It's a job that takes you on a new path for 7 years. It's not just you're going to get married. You're going to be married for at least 7 years. All right. Moving into the next part of the stories. There's going to be a cazimi. Mercury goes into the heart of the sun. This is going to happen on the 29th. This is a positive reset button that unfolds over 6 weeks afterward that says, go this way. Mercury conjuncts the divine headquarters of the sun in the career space. Look for May the 29th, add 6 weeks for positive developments regarding your work and career. And that can include new beginnings, new resets, like a new job, or new directions of success or financial gain, because this is a cazimi that trines Pluto in the workhouse. I don't see a downside, not with Jupiter there, not with the trine to Pluto. It may mean the beginning and the end of one career path or job, and then in the next 6 weeks, the beginning of a new one. Either which way, all of this still touches base with Saturn to some degree, suggesting the long tail of this time of your life, things that develop in the career and reputation space can unfold over the course of 7 years. You're making pivotal changes now, thanks to this Taurus, it's Gemini new moon, that are going to influence you over the long haul. Thanks for listening. Don't forget, if you want to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, it helps the channel grow. And you can find out about my Substack, my Pluto Chronicles. Would come join me on all my other platforms. I'd love to see you there. I hang out a lot in the comment section at Substack, and I'm very available with interacting with you on my Zoom platform, my Patreon community platform. It's still pretty intimate. Like some of my meetings, like my Horary group, can only be maybe 10 to 15 people sometimes. So we get a lot of interaction. So if you like to see me off platform and connect with me for learning astrology, etc., then you want to check out the Zoom community. Well, the Patreon community where we have Zoom meetings. Thanks, guys. Take care. Good luck with the month of May.